From emotes that were so toxic they got banned, to a pickaxe that was secretly removed from everyone's locker. Here's 84 of the rarest emotes and pickaxes in Fortnite. First up, we have one of the most famous emotes of all time, for the wrong reasons. Laugh it up. When it first dropped in Season 4, it seemed harmless.
Why is this so funny though?
But pretty soon, players started using it to troll and mock their opponents. And it didn't take long for the goofy sound to turn into something that would send shivers down most players' spines. Even vending machines were getting upset. But it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 942 days. It seems like Fortnite are avoiding anything that can cause bad vibes these days. So this one could be locked away in the vault forever, but nowhere near as rare as Resonator.
One of the tier like 100 pickaxes from a few seasons ago, so this one's really special.
This pickaxe was released as part of a limited edition Xbox One S bundle, making it one of the most expensive and rarest pickaxes in the game. Technically, the codes don't expire, so in theory, you could still pick one up and activate it. But that's in theory. In reality, they're almost impossible to find. The one listing I was able to find on eBay was priced at over $400, and the code had already been used, so you can only imagine what a code that could still be activated would be worth. Next up, we have Scenario. It was only available as part of a promotion when buying a flagship Samsung phone. You'd have to fork out nearly $1,000 for it if you wanted the skin. Needless to say, a few players that did get it were hyped to have such a rare skin, but if the price didn't make it exclusive enough, the promotion ended in 2019. So even if you did feel like splashing the cash, you're out of luck. And seeing as it's been over 1,907 days since you could last get it, it's a total flex for the few players that have it.
I like the emote.
Yeah, the emote's sick.
Moving on, we have a pickaxe, which is rare, not only because it was available for a limited time over the holidays, but you had to go to an actual real-life store to get the code for it. Merry Mint pickaxe was super desirable.
I can't believe I got it!
And a lot of players tried their best to get it, but there was a limited amount of codes available, and stores soon ran out, making it insanely rare. Next up, we have Glyphic. First released in Chapter 2 Season 1, this awesome ancient Egypt-inspired emote had only been seen in the item shop 8 times ever, and this was the last time over 912 days ago. So not many people have it, and who knows if it's ever going to come back. Pointer and Power Grip were exclusive to players in China, but in 2021, Fortnite China was totally banned, and everybody's accounts were deleted, meaning technically nobody has them. You can't get rarer than that. In Chapter 1 Season 7, Fortnite released the 14 Days of Fortnite challenges, giving players a chance to earn some epic rewards, including the Take the Elf emote. The challenges were released daily, and on day 8, players could deal damage with different weapons to finally unlock the emote.
Whoa!
Although this emote was free, completing that specific day 8 challenge during the 14 days of Fortnite is the only way there's ever been to get this emote, so it's actually super rare. The next on our list is not only rare, but it has an amazing name too. Octane Whomper. To get it, you had to complete the challenges that were only available for 2 weeks, and if that wouldn't have made it rare enough already, the challenges were in a totally different game. Rocket League? Needless to say, not many people have this one. Released in Chapter 2 Season 4, and sold in the item shop for only 200 V-Bucks, we have Zombie Shambles. You could be forgiven for thinking that this doesn't sound very rare, but it was only in the item shop once, just for 1 day only, and that was over 1,500 days ago. That already makes this one of the rarest emotes there is, but the one time the spooky zombie themed emote did come to the item shop was November 5th, way after Halloween, which might have caused a lot of people to skip it over, making it even rarer. This has got to be one of the rarest emotes there is. Now we have a pickaxe that was only available for a week during Season 5, and you had to have completed the insanely difficult high-stake challenges to get it. If you haven't guessed already, I'm talking about Crowbar. It's an awesome pickaxe, but because it was only available for a short time, it's pretty rare. A lot of people don't have any idea just how incredibly rare our next emote is. Next up, we have Complicated, and ironically, the story behind it is pretty complicated too. In November 2017, Kyle Hanagami choreographed an amazing dance on YouTube that went viral, getting over 39 million views on YouTube. But this is where Fortnite made a huge mistake. In Chapter 2, Season 3, Fortnite added its complicated item shop for 500 V-Bucks. That looked exactly the same as Hanagami's dance. So much that he actually ended up filing a lawsuit against Fortnite. And even though they eventually settled in 2024, the emote still hasn't come back to the item shop. And with over 1,200 days since then, it's looking like this emote may never return. In Chapter 2, Season 1, to promote the release of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, Fortnite did a huge collab that included adding lightsabers.
There we go! That was sick, dude!
Some awesome cosmetics, and a live in-game event.
Oh, the Falcon, baby! Let's go!
sneak preview of the film, presented by the director J.J. Abrams himself. The cosmetics included the Jedi training emote, and players were excited to get it. But it was easier said than done. You had to complete an insane amount of challenges, and since this was the only way to get the emote in the history of Fortnite, it's actually extremely rare. The next pickaxe we're taking a look at is not only super rare, but it's insanely expensive too.
Oh, the stellar axe.
To get it, you only had to play 3 games of Fortnite on a flagship Samsung phone.
It is a real life supply drop.
And while Ninja was lucky enough to get an IRL supply drop with the phone inside,
The Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
not many players were prepared to spend around $1,000 just for a pickaxe, so Stellar Axe is incredibly rare. In Chapter 2 Season 7, as a follow-up to the incredible Travis Scott concert, Fortnite announced the utterly insane Rift Tour featuring Ariana Grande. Players couldn't wait.
Alright, here we go.
Oh my gosh!
And to mark the occasion, Fortnite added the XOXO emote. The only way to get it was by completing the Rift Tour challenges, and seeing as this was way back in Chapter 2, and there was literally no other way to get this emote again, it's super rare. But not as rare as the next on our list, trusty number 2. The tier 79 reward in the Chapter 1 Season 3 Battle Pass. You have to be a real OG to own this one, and a grinder too. Tier 79 was not easy back then, so shout out to the goats who managed to get this rare pickaxe. In Chapter 2 Season 8, Fortnite added Ghostbusters, and players were hyped.
Woo!
There was a bunch of awesome skins, pickaxes, and gliders, and even an emote, I Ain't Afraid, which actually featured the theme tune from the movie. It's epic, but sadly for newer players that are also fans of the film, it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 1,112 days. As the end of Season X grew near, the hype was getting insane. And Fortnite released the welcome and go home emotes to mark the occasion. But this was the only time they were ever in the item shop. It's been over 1,892 days since they were last seen, and since they're both labeled as being limited time, they're probably never going to return, making them easily two of the rarest emotes in the game. The next rare pickaxe on our list was never available in the item shop, and the only way to get it was to purchase a bundle containing a code for the skin, some V-Bucks, and a real-life Nintendo Switch. The bundle was one of the most expensive in Fortnite history.
It cost me a lot of money.
Making Pinpoint super rare. On November 12th, 2018, Rambunctious hit the item shop for the 6th time only in a few months. So nobody could have guessed that it would have been the last time it was ever in the item shop for 1,486 days. But when it finally returned, things got crazy. It was only in the item shop for 1 hour?
By accident in 2022.
It's pretty safe to assume that that was a mistake. And seeing as it's been over 752 days since then, it's looking like it will never return. For 2 weeks during Fortnite's Primal Season, players could team up to enter the Reboot a Friend event to earn rewards including the awesome Plasma Carrot pickaxe. But there was a catch. Your teammate had to have not played for over 30 days, and the challenges were a serious grind.
A lot of people did not do it.
You had to play over 30 games to get it, making it difficult and time-consuming to get, and super rare. In Season 6, Disney released the awesome film Wreck-It Ralph, and to hype it up, they collaborated with Fortnite to give away Hot Marat emote to players for completely free.
Free emote.
Ooh.
I guess I'll purchase that.
It was literally in the item shop for 0 V-Bucks.
I can't believe that emote is for everyone. That is incredible.
But since it only appeared for 2 days and then it was gone, it's been over 2,214 days since this emote was in the item shop. That's over 6 years. And it was for a promotional emote for the film, so it's unlikely it'll ever return, making it one of the rarest in the game. Next up, we have one of the most expensive pickaxes in Fortnite history. The Dark Razor pickaxe was available as part of a bundle, including a glider, V-Bucks, and a real-life Xbox.
You gotta love that purple electricity.
Not many gamers have this one. Next up, we have buckets and flex on them.
Looks like they made an emote just for me.
Released in Season 9 as part of a collab with Jordans for 200 V-Bucks each, these emotes would pair perfectly with kicks. But sadly, they haven't been seen in the item shop for over 1,045 days. But with Jordans and other kicks regularly in the item shop, it would make sense for these emotes to return. So keep your eyes peeled if you want a chance to get these rare emotes for yourself. The next on our list was only available for 12 days during Chapter 2 Season 7. By getting 50 points in the Best Frenzy event, you could earn points by playing with friends, which sounds simple enough, but you only got 1 point every 10 minutes, meaning it took way too long for a lot of players to complete, making the Quarry Axe super rare. In Chapter 2, Fortnite announced Travis Scott's Astronomical, a one-of-a-kind in-game event featuring Travis himself and a bunch of awesome cosmetics to go along with it.
Whoa, here's your event gear. Enjoy Astronomical? What?
Including the Headbanger and Rage emotes. Based on Travis in real life, and with a sample from Sicko Mode as the audio, players immediately fell in love with Headbanger.
Oh, no way.
And it was only in the item shop for 5 days. Players who missed out were gutted, and while they could pretend, deep down they couldn't wait for it to return to the item shop. But unfortunately, following the concert tragedy and other controversies Travis Scott has been involved in, Fortnite hasn't brought back Headbanger back to the item shop ever again. It was last seen in the item shop 1,695 days ago, making it super rare. And although Tim Sweeney, Epic Games founder and CEO, has said Travis Scott is welcome in Fortnite, that was over a year ago. So it's probably safe to say it's gonna stay super rare forever. But maybe not quite as rare as the Rage Emo.
Oh, okay.
It was available for free when players completed the astronomical challenges, but they were only available for a short time in Chapter 2 Season 2, and will never return. So while there's still a small chance Headbanger could return, Rage is set to remain rare forever. In Chapter 1 Season 5, players who had the Battle Pass could attempt to complete the Ragnarok challenges.
Wow. What is that?
But to attempt them, you first had to get level 100, which was no easy task. And then the actual challenges turned out to be a huge XP grind too. A lot of players just didn't have time or couldn't be bothered, making this pickaxe one of the rare pickaxes on this list. Until recently, the Baby's Icon Series emote, Pull Up, Go Mufasa, and Jabba Switchway haven't been in the item shop for over 1,200 days due to controversy with the artist. This made them insanely rare until all of a sudden they came back, or at least 2 of them did, Pull Up and Jabba Switchway. Go Mufasa remained locked in the vault, but since then, it seems like the Baby's back in Fortnite's good books. So we could see it return any day now, but for now, that remains super rare. In June 2022, Fortnite released Dazzle Daggers as part of a promotion for Xbox Cloud Gaming. All you had to do was log in via the new service to receive it, but the promotion only ran for 2 weeks, and PC or mobile players could receive it, leaving console players high and dry, making this pickaxe super rare to come across in-game. Released in Chapter 3 Season 1 as part of the Arcane League of Legends set, Punching Practice was sold for 200 V-Bucks, and fans of the show were hyped. Curiously though, after the first few days was in the item shop, it never returned, and hasn't been back in over 1,000 days and counting. Not to mention, Season 2 of the show came out and the emote still didn't return, so it's looking like it might never come back to the item shop, which would make it even rarer. Our next rare pickaxe was released near the end of Chapter 2 as part of a bundle, including the Midnight Drive Pack, 1,000 V-Bucks, and an Xbox Series X. Apparently the codes are still redeemable, but they're impossible to find for sale. Next up, we have Introducing,
I've never seen this one.
which was only available for a limited time as part of the PlayStation Plus Celebration Pack number 10. This means you had to be on PlayStation to get it, so a lot of players missed out, making it one seriously rare emote. For 2 weeks in 2023, Amazon teamed up with Fortnite to promote its new cloud gaming service, Luna, and as a reward for players logging in, they received the Velocity Edge pickaxe. This was epic, but while it was free, as players had to go off platform to claim it, and it was only available for a short period of time, it's actually one of the rarer pickaxes on this list. On September 6, 2021, Fortnite released an Icon Series emote nobody saw coming, Stuck.
Pretty great.
Noted for the bold public image and lyrics, Cardi B was the last person people expected Fortnite to collaborate with. And although the emote was family friendly, some players were convinced they could hear a curse word, which caused a huge controversy. Because of this, after the emote left the item shop, it never returned. Over 1,200 days later, it's still not been back. So it's starting to look like it might never return, and this emote will be insanely rare. In Chapter 1 Season 8, NVIDIA was running a promotion where if you purchased a brand new graphics card, you would get a variety of amazing Fortnite cosmetics along with it for free, and one of them was the angular axe, or at least it was supposed to be. Fortnite messed up big time and accidentally released the angular axe into the item shop. They were quick to spot the mistake and wasted no time cooking up the stealth angular axe for those who qualified for the original offer to make up for their mistake. In Season 2, Fortnite introduced the first ever Battle Pass, and coming into Tier 20 was Ride the Pony. Battle Pass cosmetics were supposed to be exclusive and only available from that season's pass, so when Fortnite later added Ride the Pony as a reward for Save the World Founders during Season X, Season 2 players freaked out. Luckily, it didn't take long for Fortnite to get the message, and pretty soon they added Pony Up as a free reward for OG players who had bought the Battle Pass in Season 2. So even though Pony Up was added in Season X, only players who had bought the Battle Pass in Season 2 could have it, making it super rare and unique. The Next on our list, Instigator was available in Chapter 1 for free to players who linked a Twitch Prime account to their Fortnite account, but it was only available for a short time in Season 3, and since then, it hasn't returned, and it probably never will, so it's up there with the rarest of the bunch. Twitch drops have given some players amazing and rare cosmetics over the years completely for free, so when another drop was finally announced in Chapter 3 Season 3, people were hyped. The drop for the Vibrant Vibing emote, but there was a catch. The drop was only available for 3 days. The short time to claim it meant a lot of players didn't really know about it, and they missed out entirely. Unfortunately for them, it's unlikely that it'll ever come back, but for those that did get it, it's super rare, and it's only going to keep on getting rarer as time goes on. Next up, we have an utterly insane looking pickaxe that literally nobody on the planet has right now, and only a handful of players in history will ever get to have. The Blade of Champions. As a replacement for the Axe of Champions, it looks absolutely sick. But the only way to get this is to win FNCS, the biggest tournament of the season. So good luck if you're trying to get this beast in your locker. In Chapter 2 Season 3, players who logged in on the 27th to the 29th of July received the awesome Verve emote for completely free. It was super colorful and became an instant classic, but now, with over 1,602 days since it was last given out to players, it's incredibly rare. And not to mention, there's no other way to get it, and there probably never will be. Our next rare pickaxe, Sunfall Scythe, was only available in Japan, which would have already made it pretty rare, but it was also only available for a month as part of the promotion to players who bought V-Bucks, so not many people in the world have it, and basically nobody has it on the North American servers. Pretty fun to know, if you spot this one in game, they must have gotten it in Japan. When Season 8 dropped with its awesome pirate theme, it did not disappoint, and neither did the Buccaneers Bounty Challenges. They were perfectly fit for the season, and even though they took a ton of effort to complete, it was well worth it to get the hilarious booby trapped emote. It was only available from the challenges over 5 years ago, and they took ages to complete, making this one of the rarest free emotes of all time. In Chapter 3 Season 4, Fortnite released a sick new pickaxe just for Fortnite crew members with 6 edit styles, but there was a catch. To unlock the final style, you have to have been subscribed for 6 months in a row, making this pickaxe pretty rare. In Chapter 2 Season 3, to celebrate Liverpool winning the Champions League, the biggest club soccer tournament in the world, Fortnite added Raise the Cup. You could get it as a reward in the Raise the Cup tournament, or from the item shop for only 200 V-Bucks. But 2 days later, it disappeared, never to be seen again. This was over 1,578 days ago, and it's looking like unless Liverpool wins another Champions League, this emote might never return, making it possibly one of the rarest emotes of all time. In Chapter 2 Season 7, Fortnite released the Island Games Quests, a series of challenges players could complete to earn awesome rewards, including the QWERTY axe. But that was over 3 years ago, and as there's no other way to get this axe, it's pretty rare to see these days. In Chapter 1 Season 4, Fortnite teamed up with Twitch to bring players the amazing Twitch Prime packs. All you had to do was link your Fortnite account to your Twitch account, and bingo. The first pack contained some awesome cosmetics, but what we're interested in was in Pack 2, which included the freestyling emote. People were hyped to receive such a sick emote for free, but nobody could have guessed how rare it would become. Still to this day, the only way to get this emote was in that pack, and now it's been over 2,351 days since you could get it. It's now incredibly rare, and it'll only get more and more rare as time goes on. Through 2019 to 2021, the laser pickaxe was in regular rotation, appearing every few months until it wasn't. It was last seen over 1,265 days ago, making it super rare. In Chapter 2, Fortnite added Pele's air punch to the item shop, and soccer fans were hyped. Pele is one of the greatest soccer players of all time, and Fortnite did an amazing job on the emote. It looks exactly like his real life celebration, and at only 200 V-Bucks, it was a no-brainer for fans of Pele. But sadly for newer players, it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 1,177 days, so hopefully it makes a return soon to give soccer fans another chance to grab it. In Chapter 3, Fortnite released the Rebuild the Block quest, where players could vote for which buildings they wanted in the new Tilted Towers. There were multiple stages, and players that completed 7 of the quests received Lucky Lance. This was the only way to get this pickaxe, making it pretty rare, but it actually has a hidden secret. It starts off blue, but after a few swings, the outer shell actually breaks off. So heads up if you're trying to make skin combos with this awesome rare pickaxe. Now on to a super exclusive emote. In Chapter 2 Season 7, PlayStation Plus Celebration Pack number 15 came out with the Blue Viper Glider, Cobalt Cloudbait Contrail, and our next rare emote, Square Up. You could only get it if you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, and that was over 3 whole chapters chapters ago. So now it's pretty rare to see players with it today. In the summer of 2022, Fortnite released a no sweat summer update, and it was awesome, featuring a bunch of challenges and some sick cosmetics, including the sweaty rotation emote. But the challenges were super hard, and you had to complete all 14 of them to get the emote. Seeing as there's only other way to get it, this emote's gonna be mega rare for sure. In Chapter 1 Season 7, Fortnite released the 14 days of Fortnite challenges, and on day 11, if players thank the bus driver 11 times, they get the frozen axe. It's super OG being from Chapter 1, and that makes it pretty rare already, but a lot of players didn't actually manage to complete the challenges, making frozen axe really rare. In Chapter 2 Season 5, Fortnite added the exclusive members only emote, and there was only one way to get it. You had to be a Fortnite crew member, but at the time people were pretty skeptical about subscribing, as there had been few issues previously with players finding it difficult to unsubscribe and not receiving the rewards. So Fortnite gave crew members the members only emote as an apology. As you had to be a member, it was only available for a limited time, making it one of the rarest emotes in the game. In Chapter 3 Season 4, Fortnite hosted FNCS Invitational 2022.
The biggest Fortnite tournament of the year.
A huge tournament with all the best pros from around the world. And to mark the occasion, they released an awesome bundle into the item shop. It contained a few sick looking skins and a pickaxe, Champion Balisong. It was only available for 48 hours, and it hasn't been seen in over 753 days. In Season 9, Fortnite dropped the legendary 14 Days of Summer challenges. And on the very first day, players who danced at 6 different beach parties were rewarded with a groovy deep end emote. But while it was free and awesome, the challenges were super tough, even in respawn modes like Team Rumble, which severely limited how many players could actually unlock it. And since this limited time event was the only way to get the emote ever in the history of Fortnite, it's insanely rare. Even though our next two pickaxes were available in the item shop, they're still incredibly rare. Snake Eyes Katana hasn't been seen for over 1100 days, but that's nothing compared to Cold Hearted, which hasn't been seen in over 1400. In Chapter 2 Season 7, Fortnite dropped Cosmic Summer, an awesome event packed with new LTMs, outfits, and epic rewards, including Little Tree. This emote was super fun and free, but there was a catch. You had to grind out a ton of challenges to get it. There were 12 in total, and as Little Tree was the final reward, you had to complete every single one to get it. It took forever, so a lot of players just couldn't be bothered. And seeing as that was the only way to get it, and that was over 1319 days ago, it's now extremely rare. But if you think that's a long time, the Psycho Buzz Axe hasn't been seen for even longer. These sick looking dual pickaxes were last available to buy over 1643 days ago. That's over 4.5 years. Not only that, this pickaxe was available as part of the Psycho bundle for 2,000 V-Bucks,
The first ever gaming legend skin in Fortnite.
making it even rarer. Now we have a super rare emote that was only available in the item shop for 2 days in the entire history of Fortnite. Kiss the Cup. Added to celebrate the Fortnite World Cup, it's a limited time emote, which means it will never come back to the item shop. It's been over 1969 days since it was for sale, so it's already incredibly rare. And as the days goes by, it just keeps on getting rarer. Our next pickaxe was only available during Chapter 2 Season 2, and it's never been back at the item shop since. So if you like the look of it, tough luck. It was a great deal too. As part of the Iris pack, Pop Axe came with an awesome skin and backblade. When Fortnite dropped the very first battle pass in Chapter 1 Season 2, they made it clear that cosmetics would be exclusive to that season's battle pass. So now, way over 7 years later, some of them have become incredibly rare. Coming at a tier 5 was Wave. It was completely free, but since it was super old and is never coming back, it's still rare, but nothing compared to the Worm. This absolute classic was way harder to get. First off, you actually had to buy the battle pass. It wasn't free, like Wave. And then players had to grind all the way up to level 28 in order to unlock it, making it super rare. But that's still not as rare as Floss, probably one of the most famous Fortnite emotes of all time.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
It's also one of the least owned. To unlock this one, players had to get all the way up to tier 49, making it the hardest of the 3 to unlock. So it might just be one of the most recognizable emotes in Fortnite history, but that just makes it even crazier how rare it actually is. Our next pickaxe is one of the rarest in the game. It's only been in the item shop 6 times ever, and the last time it was in the item shop was over 1677 days ago. Diamond Jack is a sick pickaxe.
That's so cool.
But it's part of the controversial Travis Scott set. It may just never return. In Chapter 1, Fortnite released the awesome new emote, Tidy. But it didn't take long for players to realize it was based on a real life dance by none other than Snoop Dogg. And pretty soon it was all anyone could talk about. Fortnite clearly didn't want to get into another huge legal legal battle over an emote like they did with Fresh. So after a few appearances, it vanished until 4 years later when Tidy randomly appeared back in an item shop as a part of the vaulted for a year or more section completely out of nowhere. The community couldn't believe it as it was finally back and rushed to buy it, but just after a few short hours, Fortnite realized their mistake and removed it. Players that missed out were gutted, but when Remix rolled around, their prayers were answered. Kinda? Snoop Dogg was in the official trailer, and people hoped that this might mean that the emote would make a comeback. And it did, but in the most unlikely way. It didn't come back to the shop. Instead, Fortnite did the ultimate troll. If you got hit by the new Double G Boogie Bomb, you were forced to do the emote, whether you wanted to or not. But you still couldn't get the emote, so GG's only. If you recognize these next three, you're a real OG. In Chapter 1, Season 2, players could get the very first Battle Pass ever. And at Tier 7 was Pulse Axe, an awesome pickaxe. And since it was the first Battle Pass, it's super rare. But even rarer than that is Excalibur, coming in at Tier 35. Naturally, the more grinding it takes to get them, the rarer they are. And the rarest of all the Battle Pass pickaxes is AC/DC. At Tier 63, it took way longer to get than the other two. So it's the rarest of the bunch. In Chapter 2, as the holiday season approached, Fortnite dropped the awesome new emote, Sing Along. Not only was it traversal, meaning you could wander around the map singing Christmas carols, it was Sing, letting huge groups of players come together to spread the holiday cheer. But after a short stint in the item shop over the holidays, it vanished and has never been seen again. Now, over 1,442 days later, its return is still a mystery, and it remains one of the rarest holiday emotes in Fortnite history. Now we have a pickaxe that is a mark of a true OG. Or at least it was. Until recently, Raiders Revenge hadn't been in the item shop for over 6 years. And you had to reach level 35 to get it.
The pickaxe is almost rare. It was basically rarer than the skin.
Not only that, it cost an insane 1,500 V-Bucks. This made it incredibly rare until December 2024, when completely out of nowhere, Fortnite made the crazy decision to bring it back to the item shop.
Oh my goodness gracious.
For the entire first season of OG.
Oh my goodness, she's here!
It still costs a whopping 1,500 V-Bucks though, so who knows how many people will actually buy it. In Season X, Fortnite added the Laserism set.
Ooh, yo.
An awesome bundle that contains the now super rare Laser Blast and Laser Flex. These emotes haven't been seen in over 1,283 days, more than 3 years. So who knows when they will return, or even if they will. The next emote on our list was available for free in the item shop during Chapter 3, Season 1, but it was only available for just a few short days. So a lot of players completely missed out on the chance to get it. Not to mention, this happened over 1,009 days ago. So this emote is definitely rare, and it's unlikely to return, which makes it even rarer. In Chapter 2, Season 4, Fortnite introduced Crew Packs, which contain some awesome cosmetics, including the Cosmic Llamacorn Pickaxe. But the Crew Pack was a monthly subscription, which wasn't ideal for a lot of players, making this pickaxe pretty rare. Next up, we have a secret emote that a lot of people don't know exists. Freezing Burst. Last seen in the item shop over 1,369 days ago. To get this emote, you had to buy the Leviathan Pickaxe, which came with the Freezing Burst emote built in. There's actually no way to buy this emote on its own. It looks awesome, but since it cost a whopping 1,000 V-Bucks, less people would have probably bought it than some of the others on our list, and that's even if they knew that it existed. Emotes just not coming back to the item shop is always a recipe for rarity, and Out With The Old is no exception. It was released in Chapter 2 Season 5 to celebrate the new year in 2021. It was in the item shop for 4 days in the run-up, but since then, it hasn't been back to the item shop even once. It's probably pretty safe to assume at this point, it's never going to come back, making it one of the rarest emotes in the game. Now we have Skellyfish. This pickaxe was only available as part of the Fortnite Crew subscription in Chapter 2 Season 6, and it hasn't been seen since, but not as rare as the next one on our list. In the early days of Fortnite, before TikTok-inspired emotes took over, there was Fresh. As soon as they hit the item shop, people started noticing how much it looked like the Carlton dance from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And the creator of the dance, Alfonso Ribeiro, wasn't too happy about it. He even took legal action. Although he was unsuccessful, the emote hasn't been back in the item shop since. It's been over 2,218 days since Fresh was last seen. It's looking like it might never come back, making it one of the rarest emotes in the item shop we have ever seen. With the re-release of OG Fortnite, players were excited to use their old skin combos and drop back into the old map for a serious hit of nostalgia. But there's a problem. The default axe has changed, and it's not the same one that players used all those years ago. Now named the Throwback Axe, it was available for free in the item shop for just a few days during Chapter 2, Season 4.
Because I do have a feeling that this pickaxe might become rare.
But as this was over 1,484 24 days ago, it's super rare, making it impossible for a lot of players to remake their OG combos. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy this one. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thank you.